March 1st, 1896. The mountains of northern Ethiopia. An Italian officer checks his watch. Dawn is breaking. His column should be linking up with the rest of the army. Instead, he sees something that makes his blood freeze. The hills around him are covered in soldiers, not hundreds, thousands. Ethiopian banners, artillery positions, cavalry formations. He realizes three things at once. His maps were wrong. His commanders lied. He's about to die. Within hours, 6,000 Italian soldiers would be dead, and a European empire would be shattered. This is the story of how it happened. The Battle of Adwa, the day Europe blinked. It's 6 a.m. General Matteo Albertone's brigade is lost. They marched through the night, believing they were moving to a defensive position. Instead, they've walked straight into the center of the Ethiopian army. His scouts are screaming contradictory reports. His officers are arguing over maps. And from the ridgeline above, Ethiopian artillery opens fire. Albertone sends a desperate message to his commander, General Baratieri. "We are engaged. Enemy strength unknown. Require immediate support." The messenger never arrives. 2 miles away, 2 other Italian brigades hear the gunfire and make a fatal decision. They advance toward the sound, exactly what Emperor Menelik II wanted. But how did Europe's newest empire walk into a trap this obvious? To understand that, we need to go back 4 months. Italy thought it had conquered Ethiopia with a pen. The Treaty of Wuchale, signed in 1889, looked like a diplomatic masterpiece, but there was a problem. Article 17, the clause about foreign relations, said 2 completely different things. Italian version: Ethiopia must conduct all foreign affairs through Italy. Amharic version: Ethiopia may use Italy's assistance if it wishes. 1 word, 2 meanings: deliberate deception. When Emperor Menelik II discovered the switch, he didn't protest, he prepared. While Italy bragged to European newspapers about its new protectorate, Menelik was doing something unprecedented. He was building a modern army. Rifles from France, artillery from Russia, ammunition from every dealer who would sell to him. He sent letters to every regional lord, every rival king, every noble who had fought against him. "Italy considers all of us subjects. Will you kneel or will you fight?" Thousands answered, but Italy didn't notice. In Rome, politicians were already planning victory parades. One Italian general wrote, "The Ethiopians are brave but disorganized. 1 Italian battalion equals 10 of theirs." European newspapers agreed. Ethiopia was described as medieval, tribal, technologically backward. There was just one problem. None of it was true. By February 1896, Menelik had mobilized 100,000 soldiers, not a mob, an army. 80,000 riflemen with modern weapons, artillery batteries trained by European advisors, cavalry units that could move faster than Italian scouts, a logistics network that supplied troops deep in the highlands, and commanding them was Empress Taitu Betul, Menelik's wife and military strategist, who personally led forces and coordinated intelligence networks. One Italian spy sent a warning to Rome: "This is not what we were told. They are organized, they are waiting, do not advance." The message was ignored. General Baratieri was under pressure. His supply lines were collapsing. His troops were starving. Rome was demanding action. He had 2 choices: retreat and face humiliation, or attack and hope for a miracle. On March 29th, he ordered his army to march, at night, through mountains, using outdated maps. He divided his 18,000 men into 4 separate columns and told them to reunite at dawn near a town called Adwa. His officers protested. The terrain was too rough. They'd lose contact. Baratieri overruled them. He believed Ethiopian scouts wouldn't detect the movement. Ethiopian scouts detected the movement. When the sun rose on March 1st, Baratieri's worst fear was confirmed. His 4 columns were separated by miles, and Ethiopian forces were already in position. Menelik's strategy was brilliant. Let the Italians spread out, surround each column individually, destroy them one by one. It started with Albertone's brigade. Albertone had 4,500 men, many of them Eritrean askari, local soldiers fighting for Italy. They were hit from 3 sides. Ethiopian Ras Alula and Mengesha led the assault. Cavalry swept the flanks. Infantry pressed from the front. Albertone tried to form a defensive square, the classic European tactic. It didn't matter. Ethiopian riflemen fired from elevated positions. Artillery targeted the center. The square collapsed. Albertone's brigade ceased to exist in under 2 hours. Survivors were captured. Officers were killed. Albertone himself was taken prisoner, humiliated and broken. 2 miles south, General Arimondi heard the disaster and advanced with his brigade to help. He ran straight into Taitu's forces. Taitu had positioned her troops on high ground. As Arimondi's men climbed the slopes, they were cut down by rifle fire. Arimondi himself was shot through the chest and killed. His brigade retreated in chaos. The worst fate belonged to General Dabormida. His column, moving in the wrong direction due to bad maps, didn't even know a battle was happening. By the time he realized, he was completely surrounded. He tried to fight his way out. He failed. Dabormida and nearly his entire brigade were killed. Baratieri, watching from a distance, finally understood. He wasn't fighting a battle. He was watching an execution. He ordered a full retreat. It turned into a rout. By sunset, 6,000 Italian and Eritrean soldiers dead, 1,500 captured, including hundreds of officers, entire brigades destroyed. Ethiopian losses were heavy, estimated at 4,000 to 7,000, but the victory was absolute. Italy's army in East Africa no longer existed. When news reached Rome, the government collapsed. Riots erupted in the streets. The prime minister resigned. Italy was forced to sign the Treaty of Addis Ababa, recognizing Ethiopia's full independence. But the shockwave went far beyond Italy. In London, British officials quietly revised their plans for East Africa. In Paris, newspapers called Adwa the most shocking defeat of a European power in colonial history. In Berlin, German diplomats wrote, "The Italians underestimated them. We must not." And across the African diaspora, from the Caribbean to Harlem and freed slaves in Brazil, Adwa became a symbol, proof that resistance could win, proof that Europeans could be beaten, proof that colonialism was not inevitable. Menelik didn't gloat. He released Italian prisoners. He negotiated fair terms. He sent diplomatic letters to European capitals, written in perfect French. The message was clear. We are not savages. We are a sovereign nation. Treat us as one. And for the first time, Europe did. Adwa inspired resistance movements across Africa. Samori Touré in West Africa, Zulu leaders in South Africa, anti-colonial intellectuals in Egypt and Algeria. It gave birth to Pan-Africanism, the idea that African peoples could unite and resist oppression. Leaders like Marcus Garvey, W.E.B. Du Bois, and Haile Selassie pointed to Adwa as proof of African capability. Adwa was not a miracle. It was leadership, Menelik's patience and Taitu's strategy, unity, rival nobles fighting together, preparation, years of weapons purchases and training, intelligence, better maps, better scouts, better terrain knowledge, will, a people defending their sovereignty against an enemy that had arrogance, overconfidence, racism, bad maps. The lesson: technology doesn't win wars, leadership does. Unity does. The will to fight for freedom does.
On March 1, 1896, an African empire did something Europe believed impossible. It defeated a modern European army in open battle, not through luck, not through savagery, through strategy, preparation, and the refusal to be conquered. Italy came to Ethiopia believing the war was already over. They were right. It just didn't end the way they thought.